Hey there, Clashers. Welcome to another episode of Clash with Quant. This is going to be a DE farming episode, and the reason it's a DE farming episode is that is the resource that is most needed at Town Hall 9 since almost all of our other resources have been completed. The only resource upgrades that still remain are 2 levels of air sweepers and 2 troop upgrades, the healer and the barbarian. So everything else is going to be DE. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. We got our Velk in the lab about days ago, and in the interim, just farming DE. And I found a good way to DE. At least that works for me. So in my last couple raids, my attack log, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Is that 10? I don't know. That might be 10 attacks in the attack log. That's over 20,000 DE. And if you look at the armies, they're mostly bag armies. I have almost the exact same army every single time, except sometimes I don't. Sometimes I use spells, sometimes I don't. But we're looking at some pretty significant amount of DE, over 2,000 in many cases, and the most being down here at 4,000 in one raid. I'm just using these simple bag armies. And every now and then you come across a gem of an attack like this one that I'll just show really quickly. That only gets DE, 1,500 DE, pretty good, but also that abandoned base. Check this out. We got over 1 million loot. First, you use your troops. Here I found that just a couple of barbarians revealed that all of the Teslas were around the town hall. That means that my Barch army is going to be able to get a lot of free structures because those Teslas really tear in Barch armies. So using or attacking from the opposite side would be army. So here I clear a couple structures with some archers so that I can path my troops into the center of the base. And we'll just fast forward through this beginning boring part. And then from here on out, it's just 8 giants, followed by a couple of barbarians, followed by a couple of archers, followed by a barbarian king and queen, couple more archers, and then the goblin. First, I'm sprinkling in the wall breakers to get into the center compartments. These are weak walls. Are going to be able to get in, and here we have it. We're going to be able to get all of this loot, all of this DE that's just been left behind in those DE drills, and have just a nice million loot raid down in Silver 1. So awesome find on my part. Not really necessarily a DE attack. That just happens to be an loot raid attack that had some significant DE in it, or good DE in it, I should say. So let's go ahead and take a look at just a DE loot raid and see how I'm able to get that with the armies that I use. So I suppose I'll show the second top one because there's no heroes, and how am I able to get 2,264 DE with no heroes? I don't know. Let's go ahead and take a look. I don't remember how I did it. Oh, right, this base. Another abandoned base. Both of the DE drills were on one side of the base. So I'm just going to hit the base from that point on. A couple of giants, just 2, then wall breakers to get into the enclosure, followed by some barbarians to clear structures, more giants to take some of that defense, followed by archers to clear the structures that the giants are tanking for, more wall breakers to break these walls, a heal spell only because that barbarian king was there and he can start smacking around those giants, taking their health down, and we don't want that. We want those giants to tank right into the middle of the base where the archer queen is. More archers, more barbarians, get them to go straight forward, and a couple more wall breakers. They're just going to go straight in. As you can see, they're going straight to that center enclosure. Popped it open. So now my troops are going nowhere but in the middle. At that point, it's goblin time. I already sent in some goblins, but I'm probably going to send in a few more. I don't remember. Yep, there they go. Some middle, some don't. They will all find their way to some resource, one way or the other. And there we have it. That brings all the troops to the center. The giants are still tanking, and the archers. There's so many archers still behind, and those level 6 archers, they're pretty nice. They take down that DE storage, I think, almost to no health. You will notice my barbarians are still level 5. They're not really tanky for 9. So, I mean, I still have Town Hall 8 barbarians that I'm getting. And I think I will show one more attack, and that will be the most recent one. And this one involved a couple extra spells and heroes, but I want to show it because it's 2500 DE. And this attacker, it's not all band bases. I think this person has weak walls down in Silver. I mean, this is the land of Silver. I have a max Town Hall 9 Expos, so my Town Hall, or my level 5 Town Hall 8 Barbarians can go into this type of attack and still serve a purpose in clearing the road right to the center of the base, along with those heroes and, of course, those giants. So first things first, you clear the outside structures here. Really what I do with the Town Hall is I check to see if there's a hidden Tesla by that Town Hall. And if there is a hidden Tesla there, that's great. Then I know I don't have to worry about them in the base. But because of the Expos providing that long range damage to my troops, I did use heal right away. I don't like using spells, but sometimes if you use a spell, especially when you don't really need elixir for any near-term upgrades, in my position, using a spell or 2 or 3 on a DE, no big deal. Here I used the rage spell because I wanted to get my wall breakers under rage, and I knew that I needed that because in the event that these Expos would target my wall breakers because they run ahead of all the other troops and get shot at, I wanted them to have that, at least 1 or 2 that would have the or have that rage bonus to break through that wall. So here in the base, just another heal spell right on top of that nice DE storage tank, 20 DE for me. So that's basically it. I'm just slamming Barch troops into the center of a base that generally they're usually Town Hall level 8 walls, so level 8 walls or less, and they're active or inactive bases. Usually Town Hall 9s and Town Hall 8s I attack. I happen to attack a couple of abandoned Town Hall 10s. Elixirs, DE drills full near the outside. So really you just have to press next. I guess it really boils down to is press next, find a base where your Barch troops to get into that center or wherever the DE is going to be stored and sloops into it, and you're going to be able to get in 10 raids 21,000 DE. And I mean, that's a pretty good return on investment for a very low troop cost. And in some cases, I'm able to attack. Let's just take a look at the timing. I know this video is getting long. Really, every 20 or 30 minutes, depending on what your schedule looks like, you're able to get a lot of DE. So, I mean, DE is that resource that we're all searching for at all times. When it's the only resource that we're focusing on and you need, there's various troop combinations you can use. Right now, I'm finding this Barch combination to be successful for me. I know that there's other ways to get DE, but right now I'm content with this in Silver 1. So I'm going to be using it. So thanks again for checking in with Clash with Quant. Click the like button, subscribe, leave some discussion about your DE attack strategies at whatever Town Hall level you're at, and we'll see you next time.